because we saw a shark. We saw a shark in the water. We went through an entire bottle of aloe vera in probably less than 24 hours because it was so painful that there nothing else would stop it unless you put more aloe vera on it.
That's a lot. As people with an American flag on a horse circle the arena, if you could vote right now, who would you vote for?
Are you actually kidding?
Our unity
as
a couple. 2, 1.
I got that.
You look really good. Can I just say,
I beg to differ, but thank
you. Look, your hair.
Feel good.
You look good, so that's all that
hair?
matters. Something about it. Maybe the sea salt from the ocean or something. She went to the ocean, guys.
I went to the beach.
Wait, should we intro before we get into it?
Yeah.
Welcome back to I already messed it up. We were out of practice. Welcome back to Twinks and Sweaters podcast. Beautiful. We nailed it.
I got sick while I was on vacation, and it was the worst thing ever.
That's terrible.
My brother's girlfriend, Kaylee, I love Kaylee. She and I shared a room, and she was the day we left, her voice was so raspy. We were in the airport bathroom, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "I'm fine." And the next day we get there, she's coughing, she's congested. We had to buy her NyQuil. We had to buy her all this stuff. So that was great.
I'm gonna take something tonight just to do a preemptive moment.
And I was fine. We stayed from Sunday to Sunday, and it was around Thursday where it was Thursday. I think it was either Thursday or Friday. Was the worst day of my life.
Really?
I started my period. My cramps were ungodly.
Now, okay, you were at a villa in South Carolina.
Yes.
With your boyfriend, your big family, and you had your own pool.
It wasn't our own pool. We shared it with 4 other villas.
Okay. And how many to a villa? Okay.
And each villa had 3 floors.
Okay.
And each floor had 3 rooms, I think.
Okay.
And the only problem was there was this one family. They were from Kentucky.
Oh, I hate
in their one room, they probably had over 10 people.
In one room?
Yeah, because they were always in the pool, and we were in the pool. And this little girl named Ava comes up to us where we're sitting, and she goes, "Watch me hold my breath. Watch me hold my breath." And we were like, "Okay." All of a sudden, Kaylee, wearing a yellow bathing suit, the girl starts calling her Yellow. "Yellow, come here, Yellow, come hold my breath." Every time we're in the pool and they're in the pool, she's coming up to us and talking to us. There's 3 other kids. Her cousin Colin starts talking to us when we're in the hot tub, and he's like, "Yeah, we're from Kentucky, and my Uncle Joel, he's always smoking weed, and my dad died," or something like that.
Oh my gosh, the lore in South Carolina.
But they were from Kentucky.
Kentucky.
And they left a day before we did. We were on the beach. We were basically on the beach. But the flags were red every single day that we were there. But we still swam, and I almost drowned 8 times.
Oh my god! But that's kind of good. You know what? Because when we went to Mexico, the waves are non-existent. Basically,
really?
It's just boom.
But that must be nice, calm waters.
It is.
You couldn't do anything. There were multiple times where I got knocked down so deep we were if a wave came that way, all of a sudden me and Kaylee couldn't touch anymore. Quentin would tell me every time I went down to the water to stick some part of my body up so he could see where I was.
Girl.
But it was to a point where when I got down and I would stick my arm up, it wouldn't even go above the water.
Really?
And I would be trying to swim up, but there was more waves just crashing into me, and there was a point where I was laying there, and I was trying to get up, but these waves kept crashing, and I just feel Quentin grab my foot, and he pulls my foot up above the water, and I'm hanging in the water.
And you're "This is the wrong way, bud."
And I got up.
You're actually just drowning. He's "Don't worry, I got you." And did you get sunburned?
Oh my god. Okay, I want to tell you
guys
this, the worst day of my life.
Oh gosh.
This was what happened.
Okay.
We went from the beach from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And do you know what time that is? UV index,
UV
baby.
Worst time. I put sunscreen everywhere except for my face. I forgot to sunscreen my face. But that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was I got out because we saw a shark. We saw a shark in the water.
There's been sharks in South Carolina.
We saw a shark.
Hilton Head now, where a viewer sent us video of sharks swimming around near the Sea Pines Resort.
A Statesboro man is recovering after he says a shark bit him on Hilton Head Island.
Summertime on the East Coast means hot weather, packed beaches, and a growing number of sharks lurking just offshore.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They made us get out in the ocean. because they seen 2 sharks.
On the
Me
news.
and Quentin were playing in the waves with Dylan and Kaylee, and all of a sudden, me and Quentin like both get up at the same time. We're laughing. We both look over and look back at each other. We both looked at each other, and he was like, "What?" I was like, "Was that?" He's like, "Get out, let's get out." So we're like, Dylan and Kaylee, like we're telling him to get out. We're like, we think we saw something. So there's like this whole chunk of the beach, the shoreline, where there's people playing over here, and then there's a chunk in the middle where we all got out because we all saw a shark. And the lifeguard comes up to me. He was on his phone the entire time.
Oh, that would piss
My
me off.
stepdad literally took a picture of him and posted it on Facebook.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Stepdad.
Yeah.
That might have been too far, but okay.
That day we get back to the villa, right? We went out to lunch. My whole upper body, both of my shoulders and my chest are so burnt, they're itchy. It's
God.
itchy.
From
And
the
we're-
inside skin, right?
And we're out, yes, and we're out to eat at lunch, right? And the entire time, I'm just like, man, like I'm so itchy, and I'm so like uncomfortable, and I'm itching, right? And we and Quentin decided to watch the Lego Movie, and we're laying in bed, and all of a sudden, I'm like, it burns.
burn.
No, it was like no sunburn I had ever had in my life.
Really? What's it called? There's a thing.
Like a sun rash. That's what
Yeah,
my
sun
mom called it, a
rash.
sun rash. My shoulders were bumpy and puffy. My chest was all puffy and had red spots on it. People are gonna think I was over dramatic, but I was laying there trying to ignore it and trying to watch the movie, and it was so bad I was tweaking out. I was twitching. My fingers were twitching because of how bad the pain was, and I wasn't doing anything about it. We went through an entire bottle of aloe vera in probably less than 24 hours because it was so painful that there nothing else would stop it unless you put more aloe vera on
That's
it.
a lot.
So
you
I was-
were on your way to death's
I
door.
thought I was seeing God.
I saw something, TikTok, news article, I don't know, a bunch of shark sightings.
There were also
in
shark attacks in South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Like
Why
someone-
South Carolina out of all the places?
That's just the beach that they want to go to, I guess. I don't
I
blame them. It was an
guess.
awesome
It was a nice
stay.
beach.
It was an awesome vacation.
Speaking of fake news, we have been dragged
To the pits.
to the pits of hell. If you're watching this on YouTube, we upload YouTube shorts daily, and sometimes they reach an audience. And a certain audience that is not so nice to us. Not so nice.
I try to avoid conflict. I feel like you're not as afraid of conflict.
Oh, I'm like, oh, stab him in the gut.
But I try to avoid conflict in the nicest way possible because some people just hate because they genuinely have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People commenting,
Well, and they're also
get a hobby. Not
they're-
everyone needs a podcast.
they're commenting stuff like with the Trump stuff. It's like, oh, you liberals, and I'm like, yeah. If you could vote right now, who would you vote for?
Are you actually kidding?
Trump, right?
No!
Oh, okay.
But these recent things that have been coming up that he's been saying at his rallies, I'm like,
Oh,
what
they
is he
are
saying?
insane.
He's telling people that they won't have to vote anymore.
Right.
After 4 years, he will fix the voting system and they won't have to.
I've seen TikTok saying that there will be a civil war from Trumpies.
Right now, I mean, I personally homeschooled my kids all the way through. Probably shows.
Whole damn country. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's absolutely wrong. We shouldn't be giving the middle finger to half the country.
Right.
We should be loving one another and working
We
together.
should be. We should be working together.
Who was behind?
FBI, CIA, Antifa were used. Other groups like that.
Because all of these people are Trumpies, and they're like so invested in it. They're like, this is our president. People literally say that he's currently our president. Like, what do you, like, what?
What's he doing?
Like, where, what do you mean? Here's the thing. We have certain followers that are watching this clip that literally think that he is the almighty God that he is. If you sit there as a woman, as a gay person, as a human being, and you think that that is what we need to be the leader and the face of our country, you are not normal if you are saying that Trump is a good human being. He's just not.
Who's now speaking out against the former president for what she calls his gaslighting. Gary Tuckman has more.
You feel you were guilty of what the crime was?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
The January 6th Capitol insurrection. Mother and grandmother Pam Hemphill, who had recently been diagnosed with breast cancer, was there.
I think Kamala's gonna win though. Right now the polls are she's winning in all
I
the
hope
polls,
so.
so I'm really hoping.
First, color.
That's my biggest point to all the Trumpies that I talk to. I'm like, you're telling me that in our life, or I'm 19 years old, and we're gonna see the first female black president. That's fucking history. And
This
you
is-
don't want to
and
vote
also-
for that, and you don't want to be a part of that, and tell your kids, I voted for that one.
Not if she
And,
like starts a war or something. But
which I don't think it will happen, but you know.
I was gonna say that even when like I think it's the best thing that could have happened, because even when we were thinking about, you said something about it's not, you have to think it's not also the person you're voting for, it's their team,
Their
and
administration.
now the person's gone and it's just the team that
Yeah.
we're voting for, because Kamala was part of his team,
Right.
And now she's the person.
She's the person, and she is a boss bitch.
Yeah, she's 20 years younger, isn't she?
Yeah,
She's 20 years
yeah.
younger than both of our candidates.
And okay, switching topics. This is kind of sad, so I don't know if we want to do it.
What is it?
I want to talk about my rodeo experience.
Okay.
Okay, so I went to the rodeo in Pretty Prairie, Kansas. I went to the rodeo, and let me tell you, worst experience of my life
Really?
ever. Me being gay, I've always thought like middle school was the worst it will ever be for me. You know, because I got called a in middle school. Like there was a lot of stuff that happened.
Middle school was awful.
You also got
I did every day on the track.
Really?
This group of boys
They
would
say
walk behind me, my friends. They'd call us faggots. They'd ask us where our pride flag was, and they would harass us every single day.
It's a bad time in middle school for the LGBTQs, for the rainbow community. So I go to this rodeo. My friends convince me that it's going to be chill. I just need to dress straight. I need to act a little straighter, and that'll be fine. So I get my cowboy boots. I had to borrow my friend's boyfriend's cowboy boots. And I dress up in my beer t-shirt and my jeans, and it's a whole thing. I get a belt. First 6 minutes. First off, I get in there and I'm like, this is not an aesthetic rodeo. It smells like cow manure.
Really?
It smelled so bad. It was hot. It was dusty. It was not aesthetic. You know, all the girls be posting about it afterwards. It's not cute. It's not aesthetic. So, first 6 minutes. Hey man, nice earrings.
Really?
First 6 minutes. And I just kept walking. I just kept walking because I didn't know what to
said
do.
that to you?
I didn't know what to do. I just kept walking. And it was like, so honestly, it's really sad but in middle school, I would always be able to turn it around on them and just like fight back. And I didn't have anything. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So it was a really sad time for me, and I had anxiety the entire night. And you're sitting in these stands as people with an American flag on a horse circle the arena, and I'm like, I don't think this is where I'm meant to be. I felt terrible.
Fish out of water.
Fish out of water. Yes, it was the worst thing. And then I had to pray. The whole arena thing. You have to pray, because the rodeo guy, before we start our ceremony tonight, let's bow our heads and start with a word of prayer. Like, it's almost like a cult. It's just the weirdest thing.
That's crazy. Oh, I wanted to talk about this guy on my For You page who eats a full cucumber all the time, and he'll slice it. He calls it his cucumber of the day. Let's
Does
make
he really?
you know the guy who does like the water of the day, and it's like not really water. And
Yes,
like, yeah. Well, this is the guy who does the cucumber of the day, where he puts the cucumber and he slices it on this little slicey thing, and he slices it into all these little pieces, and it goes
Does
to a
he
cup.
like add things to the cucumber?
Sometimes you need to eat an entire cucumber. Let me show you how to do it. Slice your entire cucumber. I'm making Din Tai Fung cucumber, so I'm gonna add salt first to draw the moisture out.
He'll add like Greek yogurt and olive oil and like vinegar and like salt. Like it's different every time. He adds different things to his cucumber.
Now, how do you feel about water talk?
Like my water of the day.
Yeah, like waters of the day.
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah.
My water of the day, I make water and I put 2 slices of lemon in it, and that's my water of the day. But there are people who will do waters of the days, and I'm like, I'll put 1 packet of fruit punch in it, 1 packet of blue raz in it,
and then
I'll
I'm gonna
add
get
4
my
pumps of coconut and 3 pumps. I'm like, no, that's a Starbucks refresher.
I get my skinny syrup out. Now this is 0 calories, guys, so like it doesn't count.
Still water. That's like calling an energy drink water.
Yeah.
It's 0 calories. It's water.
It's 0 calories.
It's just carbonated and it has like chemicals in it.
I'm in a Skittles mood today, so I'm gonna do the purple Skittles and then also a blue Skittles packet, which is pineapple and passion fruit. But we have to top it off with a skinny syrup, of course, so I'm going to try the mermaid syrup on top of this here, and hopefully it won't mess up our layer. Nope.
Now, I'm not judging anyone for drinking their waters of the day. I don't care what you do with your life.
I'm just simply saying that if you're adding all of these things to it, it's not water anymore. It's your drink of the day. You can call it water if you want to call it water. I don't really care what the you call your drink in your hand.
Yeah, literally, like what do you want from us? What do you want from us? We can already predict the hate. We can already predict protect it.
Let them do their thing. Let them do whatever they want.
Let them drink their water in
They
peace.
can drink their water, and you can keep running your crappy podcast that nobody watches. Like, literally.
Like, what do you want from
We
us?
can start commenting hate comments on our own posts.
That might be your best idea ever. Well, you guys, this is a special bonus episode because we are gonna make a 3, 2, 1 cake.
Oh my god, he actually agreed to making the cake.
For guess what, guys?
3, 2, 1.
500 subscribers. That was good.
Hi
everyone.
Everybody.
We're still here.
And we never gone away. We are still here.
We are here and we are making. I feel like this is weird because there's a height difference here. I feel like Martha Stewart a little bit. This is weird. How do we act? Normally, like, we're sitting down. We don't have to like do physical activity. So we're making a cake for our 3, 2, 1. 500 subscribers. So let's get a mixing bowl out.
Let's get a bowl and probably something to mix it with. You should go get something to stir it with, like a spatula or a spoon of some kind. Let's add 3 eggs. 1. Oh, I got the shell in there. My bad. Let me just fish it out here. I'm trying to get it out. Absolutely no shell in that one. Sorry.
Next up, we're gonna add our water. 1 cup of water. Look at that beautiful mixture. And now you're gonna get your overly sized, your extra large bucket of olive oil. That was the bit. And here's the pour. I'm Rosanna Pansino.
That's a nice pour.
That looks like a nice pea stream.
Rosanna Pansino, she says, now let's put it all together.
You can actually, if you're at work and you're like, I'm talking to a customer, I have some bad breath, you can actually do it.
You know the butter spray's hydrophobic, right?
Well, it's homophobic. Let's start with that and let's mix it. And as you can see, there are sprinkles mixed in the batter. For our audio listeners, we apologize that you can't see a thing going on.
I forgot how to fill these up.
I would just start with that one, then go to this one, go back, and then go back.
This is good, right? Because you don't want to fill them up too much because then they'll overflow.
Okay, so now that we have our pans with our batter, we are gonna pop these in the oven. Do I sound like Ro?
Yes.
Now
we're just gonna pop these in the oven real quick.
And we're gonna let them sit there for 29 to 33 minutes. So if you're baking with us at home, just remember 29 to 33 minutes in a 9-inch pan. That's a pretty big size. And we will check back in 29 minutes. We have our cakes on our lid and we are ready to frost. As you can see, Addie is frosting.
I'm doing a good job. It is a line. Ooh, just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Beautiful.
Why do every single one of our cakes turn out as a disaster?
Okay, this is why I didn't want to make a cake. All right, now we are cutting the tip. Oh, don't squeeze it as you're. Oh,
why?
God. Okay. Addison. We are never making cake again.
It's pretty. What do you want? Look at that. It's pretty pattern coming out.
Ugly butt cheek. What we want to aim for is filling the cracks that which
of our
they
life.
have deceived us.
It's a symbol. It's a metaphor for our real life, for the life of everyone else's, and any of you that can relate out there as well.
Honestly, this isn't as bad as we think it is.
It's almost as bad as the last cake. Anything is better than our last cake, so it's fine.
It actually is starting to form with the little pink streaks in it.
You're right. It's kind of cute.
You're such a liar.
Look at how cute those are.
Super cute for your festive days that you have.
Can I put gold on the dollops or no?
Do whatever you want.
Good. I'm just going to. I'm kidding.
All right, so now it's time for the big part, which is frosting your hopes and dreams and goals that you have achieved on top of your cake. We are just gonna stick one candle in this.
And that is to symbolize our unity.
Our unity
as a
couple. And the fact that we have one baby on the way. Happy 500 subscribers to us. Happy 500 subscribers to us. Rosetters Podcast.
Happy 500 subscribers to us.
now we're going to blow it together as a sign of our unity and our patronage.
3, 2, 1. I got that. He needs to sit down.
A great way and a great
Why did I hit your nose?
Yeah, real bad.
Okay, everybody.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching.
So much for watching.
And thank you for coming on this journey with us. I am Nathan Whittick.
I'm Addie Gimple.
And this has been a Tweaks and Sweaters vlogcast.